Q to God. I go by the name of Q to God. I'm a young artist from Bronx, New York, singer, songwriter, rapper, melodic type of music. What I make, I just dropped my last project, The Descent. Listen to that. That shit go hard, man.
Okay. Q to God, how long you been doing music?
I've been singing and songwriting since high school, you know, but I never.
So you sing, you're not rapping?
I'm a rapper, but I do like singing more.
Singing
you know, I
also.
incorporate hip hop into my music.
Okay,
you know, it's more of a melodic rock hop kind of genre. You know, a new wave kind of energy. Been taking it serious for like a year now. You know, my cousin snatched me up off the streets. The pandemic was ugly for everyone, bro. Like, it was ugly for everyone, so he didn't want none of that shit to happen to me, so he snatched me up off the streets when he saw me fucking up, and he got me in the studio. That was my first time being in a real right studio, and then like shit it just took off. The very first single I recorded, we mixed it, mastered it, put it on a radio station, and all of a sudden Spotify was getting a couple thousand views a day, so took it and ran with it, and now.
What's the name of that single?
Pen My Pain, Pen My Pain.
Is there a video and all that out for it?
No visual out for it yet. You can find it on Spotify, like I said, Q to God, on Instagram.
So it's spinning on Spotify?
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. If there's music, it's there. Anywhere, any streaming.
Getting a lot of clicks? How's it going?
Whole lot of clicks. Right now it's up to 61,000. And it really saw a big boost. You know, it peaked at about 20,000, you know, and then it started really slowing down. And then I dropped my EP earlier this year. Like I said, I started taking music serious, so I set up a bunch of shows for myself. People usually feel me a lot more in person than, you know, just me talking behind a screen or something. They get to feel that energy, and when you feel the energy live, you get to, it like translates into the music and shit, so people really fuck with the vibes. And I went on tour and I dropped my EP, The Descent, 5 songs, that says 15 minutes.
What's the name of the EP?
The Descent.
The Descent. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm about pain music. You know, music is about expression. So when I dropped that, it was like wildfire in the city real quick over the summer, you know, and it kept going. I started getting phone calls, started getting DMs and all of that. So, and then, you know, the single blew up with it as well, and I'm up to around 300,000 streams on the Descent on my EP, which is only 5 songs long. So I'm a double up, and the Rock Bottom EP is coming out soon. We don't have a date for it yet. Finishing touches are just being put, but it's later this summer, matter of fact.
Are you working independently, or?
I am an independent artist. I've you know, been around a few groups, a few labels, whatnot, but I just feel like in my first year, it wouldn't be wise for me to jump the gun. I want to learn. I'm not here for a long time. I'm not here for a good time. I'm here for a long time, and that's going to be a good time.
Okay. So now, what are some of the obstacles like that you had to overcome? And like you said, you started in the pandemic, so
yes.
I know you ran into a bunch of shit.
Whole bunch of bullshit.
Putting it together.
Yeah, a whole bunch of bullshit. First, you know, the first obstacle was myself. I had to overcome a lot of things, you know, depression, addiction is ravishing our community right now, and it's tearing it apart, and unfortunately I was a part of that. You know, I speak about it very open. I'm clean now, and I'm very open about how that was a big part of my life from a young age. So that was the very first obstacle I faced. And then with the pandemic, you know, studios are very strict. Once you get that bug, it's like, that's the new drug, that's the fix. The music is now the fix. So I had to, you know, we found each which way out of it. We went out of state for studios, out of state for shows, because it was a lot more lenient out of New York past a certain point. And that's actually where I did my first tour, I guess. You know, I did a little 4-stop, little streak that I went on.
What were your stops?
Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Jersey, and New York. And I got a show in New York, but it was upstate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How did they go? Everything went?
That's when we found out, like, you know, people, when you get them to listen to my music, it does stick with them. But then we found out, if you put me in front of people, I'm a performer. And it's like there's no separation. It's just an addition to the music, and I'm able to choreograph a crowd and make them go crazy, you know? I was able to bring the energy out, and it was very, very apparent. Very, very apparent from the start that my stage presence was something that I should be taken serious and used strongly to my advantage. So it's like I don't even have to pay for promo anymore. I just gotta find a stage to go on, make people see it, and they're gonna post about it.
All right. Who's doing your production?
At first, shout out to Steve-O at Oric House's studio in Brooklyn. Steve-O, my man, he moved to Colorado, but he was doing all of my mixing and mastering and recording. And he was a giant. He taught me so much, and he really, that was the first time I was in the studio, and we had like a vibe click, and he mixed pretty much like 70 of my songs, that I have in the vault, and plus 3 of them on my EP, 3 out of the 5. And then recently I started going to my friend who has his own studio, Atmosphere Studio.
In New York here?
Yeah, yes sir, in Brooklyn. Darley is his name. He goes by the name Ascenti for production, and he also now, he's doing my production solely. I only go to people I got a good vibe with and good energy and understand me.
Got you.
And it's just a strong connection we have, and he's just he's got the instruments and stuff. He was able to take me to the next level with the live instruments and the rock star vibe, because that's what I'm about. I'm about the mosh pits and the jumping and the screaming and the wilding.
You be fucking without you jumping in the mosh pits?
Hell yeah, heavy, throwing motherfuckers around, stomping on the stage, going. That's my shit right there.
So you got that energy music.
Yes sir.
Okay.
Yes sir.
Do you got any drill songs and all that? You do drill rap?
No drill songs released. I like to call it pain music. A lot of people relate to pain. Everyone goes through pain. Pain is universal. Everyone's feel it or felt it. So if you're able to go on stage and express that emotion in something and get everybody doing exactly what you're doing, it's like, damn, everyone's healing at the same time. And I think that's what music is. Music is love. Music is healing, man. And I'm healing wounds out here.
So that's what your EP is about, all your experiences?
Absolutely. It's the descent into, it starts off as a descent. It's where I'm going. And then, after the descent, you hit rock bottom, which is going to be part 2 dropping in the summer. Another 5-song EP. And we're going to progress the story.
So now, if you don't mind, explain to me, like you said your song is doing like 60,000 streams. What does that equal monetarily to you? Like, for people that don't know, because the streaming game is like...
It's tough. It
switched everything up.
Yeah, so, 60,000...
How can you break that down to, the people, like...
Well, you take my single and you take my EP, altogether it's about, it's about 400,000 streams. And I'll tell you what, that's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money.
Okay.
A lot of people think that it opens more doors to get paid physical money. It opens more doors for people to see you, yes, but streaming wise, it's not like the mixtape game. You sell 300,000 mixtapes, you pop it, you made it, you hood famous, you got the money, it's not the thing for streams. You get a couple $100 and that's it.
So now my question, and I want to ask a lot of artists this, why not try and bring it back to some form of physical sales? Why not sell USB drives or?
It's just the fact that that probably would have been the way to go in the early boom of the 2010s, and but now it's almost just like people don't even want to be bothered with that. It's right on their phones, period, point blank, period. They not going to their computer to plug it in. They not going to in their car to put something. They whipping out their phone, they pressing a button, and if it ain't that,
So what do you think? You got any ideas on how you could bring physical sales back? Like what could you add to your album, or how could you finesse it so that?
The only way you could I don't know if you could bring them back per se. I think it's permanently, the landscape of music has changed and evolved permanently.
Absolutely.
I think is the next, but I guess an incentivized, little thing on the side for them. You throw them something autographed with it. That's what you got to do now to sell the physical stuff. You got to sign something with it. You got to give them a tangible thing along with that purchase to make it worth it, almost. Because no one's gonna be running around for a disc when they could just press 2 buttons on their phone. At this point, the evolution has gone too far.
So you download the album, you get a T-shirt or a hat.
Exactly, a shirt, a hat, or something like an item of some sort that's meaningful.
Is that
to
something
the
that you're doing already?
I've been thinking about it. We've been running a couple of thoughts. We're doing a lot of, me and my cousin and my father actually. that's pretty much it. We kind of rack our brains all day and night and try to think it out. Yeah,
Okay.
we don't got a big team, so.
Do you freestyle? What's your freestyle game like?
I mean, I could freestyle at any point that you want. I mean, I'm really good straight off of the top. I do this shit all day. I was there on the block, and yeah, I wasn't selling rock. I was selling the other stuff, that brown thing that make everyone go numb. And then it took me, I was so dumb. And it brought me down, brought me low into another level. And then I had to get up out of there, pedal to the metal. I'm not ever trying to go back, I swear to you. Until my mom, I'm going up, I'll be there for you. And if you ever need me, just call me there for you, and I could do like I freestyle a lot. Me and my cousins, we would get like drunk when I was in high school or whatever, and be up to like 4 in the morning just straight freestyling. So I'm very in practice, and whatever it is, I can do it.
What about some written? You kick something written for me.
Though not worth it. I wear these scars with pride, to us this shit is worth it. Through every punch we kept our stride, there ain't no quit or forfeit. We lost our minds chasing this life, I think that means it's worth it. But only one thing is for certain, ain't a thing for certain. I fell out with most of my friends, you think that shit would hurt me. I traded all that love for likes like it was cryptocurrency. I just hope when I look back on life, that shit don't burden me. And when I'm living life, I hope my pen still paint this poetry, right? Still hope I float just like a butterfly, hit just like some potent weed. Trying to make our dreams come true on nights that we never sleep. Pick locks to open doors, cause they was never gonna pass the keys. Highway hitting 110 with the plug, you ain't passing me. Meanwhile we passing, we hit the gas till I'm fast asleep. Wake up in a city I ain't never been, hear them screaming cue to God. Guess my talent heaven sent, floating in the clouds, my thoughts be elevated. Tend to get surgical with the verse when I'm out of patience. All I ever wanted from a crowd was they validations. Now we having meetings, discussion shows across the state in LA and Vegas. Facts, I appreciate where I'm at, but there's more to gain. Might have took an elbow on my gulag and secured the game. Ain't a drop of Henny wasted, but I'm spilling pain. 3 a.m. Same faces here, I hope that never change. Too much on my brain, I crave a disconnect. Mother told me straight up she hated when I'm on Percocet. Cousin told me straight up we make it, yo, we ain't turning back. Failure became familiar, now I make dates with success. I just learned to put the time in, see I've been working more. Honestly obsessed with numbing stress, see I've been smoking more. Crushing down on blue faces and checks, my team's been winning more. And it was just life or death in them trenches, now we living more. This is for every single person who counted me out or laughed in my face when I said I'd make it. Just face it, y'all hoes and niggas was hating. Now it's different suits, every different occasion. Parties on rooftops with closeted races, hidden agendas behind smiling faces. Hate me and can't say it, they all wallow in fakeness. I call them out to their faces, that's part of this greatness. I need them to understand my time ain't meant to play with. I've seen snakes clap for my standing ovations. I've had friendships collapse over girls that I've dated. I need you to understand my time ain't meant to play with. I've taken years off my life just self-medicating. Now I'm walking road paved in gold with my gun off safety, taking my team down whatever path it take me, cause we in this forever. Yo.
Alright. It's going there, it's going.
Yeah.
Right. That's what's up. That's on your album then?
It will be coming out.
That's for the next project.
Yes sir. It's a little interlude right there, a little free.
Okay. Just giving it up.
Yes sir.
Alright.
Appreciate that.
So now, how old are you? Around 30?
25.
25. Y'all miss the whole DJing and all of that.
Oh, the
how
breaking.
did y'all straight aux chords and shit? Like, do y'all feel like y'all missed out?
We definitely missed out. Anybody, who wasn't able to experience the breaking and the vinyl and the, definitely missed out on quite the golden era. Nothing can truly replace it, Unfortunately, evolution makes things a lot more simple and convenient. But the sound and the vibe and the experience and the energies and all of that, we missed out. We missed out.
Shout out to No Days, cause with the graffiti everywhere, it kind of
this looks amazing. This is a good
feel.
vibe. Yeah.
Definitely.
For real, they bridging the gap.
Definitely. So you performing tonight also?
No. I'm doing the interviews tonight.
You just in the house supporting.
I'm doing the interviews tonight.
Oh, you're doing interviews?
Yeah.
Okay. For what's the name of the?
For Whose Mic Is It Showcase.
Whose Mic Is It? Okay.
Doing the interviews for all the artists. Make sure they tap in with me.
That's what it is. All right, man. Well, appreciate your time.
Appreciate you, man.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear that new EP.